Hello gentlemen, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Today we're going to be chasing an artillery shell with an explosive charge all the way along. And yes, all the way along, its feed, which means we're going to be blowing up the ammunition storage for an artillery shell while we are in the building. A wonderful plan that absolutely nothing can go wrong with, I'm quite sure. So, last time I was using this weapon, the Vengeance Launcher. I do not feel I explained it adequately. As you can see, it sticks grenades to enemies. Very simple concept. However, there are some details that aren't quite clear about it at first glance. For example, note that I launched 2 grenades and there are 2 lights around it. Watch as I launch several more. There are now 5 lights. There are still 5 lights as one just went off. In addition, the grenades only go off one at a time. The result of this is that it's kind of annoying to use. One of the reasons I don't like it. I mean, it's great if you want to find a knob and go, okay, you've got 5 grenades in your face, goodbye, good night. But, yeah. In addition, it will never need to reload, as its entire maximum capacity of 18 rounds is its clip. This is probably because it's an experimental weapon, and therefore not all that well made. It'd be kind of cool if this actually showed up, like as a non-experimental weapon later in the game, but sadly it doesn't, which is really sad, but also kind of makes sense, because they're in the middle of the invasion. I doubt they're going to be doing, you know, right and proper science. And here we see the ammunition feed. Yep. That's what we're chasing. Very good, Veteran Sergeant Sidonis. You can tell what a lift is. Clearly you are a very skilled battle brother of the Adeptus Estares, and I am not, at least in the realm of talking about things. Ay. Anyway. Yep, that whole thing is just walk into another disguised loading screen. Now, I'd like you to look at Sidonis over here and Leandros over here. Sidonis is a veteran sergeant, Leandros is a random battle brother. Not random, because Space Marines are too important to just be randos, but you get my point. Something that the observer may note is that, in comparison, Sidonis has a lot more bling than Leandros. As a rule of thumb, the guy with the more bling and shiny stuff on his armor is the more important one in Warhammer. This may seem like it has obvious disadvantages when you apply real logic to it. It does. However, those disadvantages do not apply because this is Warhammer, and therefore a lot of silly logic has gone away. Here, we have a very nice upgrade. Marksman mode. This is an upgrade to our Fury. Now, this says place shots with lethal precision, not precision, and slows time. This is absolutely true. What it does not tell you is that it at least doubles damage, as if you put a chest shot into an orc boy with a stalker, it is now a one-hit kill instantly. This is extremely useful. Seriously, it is incredibly useful. Now, you may be wondering why I use that example. Well, now we have a defense mission. One that I just managed to waste a grenade in. Yay. Now, this fight is a bit of a git. I'm not even going to lie. Be rude to lie, after all.
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader.
Lowest ranking minion, get to work.
Incoming fire.
Now, you may think that the best option for this fight, when they're spamming a lot of ranged guys up here, is just, well, spam your Fury. This is true and false. I know that sounds a little weird, but it is both true and false. You do want to spam your ranged attack. Your ranged Fury, rather. Just not up there. Those with good hearing can tell why.
Enemy sighted.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bomb swigs. I just missed one, for example. You may note that I have loss of health now. Shoulder check. Execute. That was actually a loss in health, because I am in... Alright, one. Yeah, don't just try and do 3-hit combo and kill them instantly. Rather, stun them instantly. It does not work very well. Yeah, I'm kind of low on health, so I'm playing very cautiously right now. And now I should stop playing cautiously because now I can execute this player. Now, as I mentioned before, you can take damage while executing. However, if you execute a Nom, as I just did, there's a good chance nearby orcs are going to be stunned, as their leader just got killed. Now they're scared. I'm gonna punch some Gretchen for health. Oh good, they actually figured out, hey, maybe we shouldn't stand inside the exploding ammo dump. I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but I honestly am. Now, you are supposed to use the ranged Fury there. I just didn't because, well, I don't like using Fury much. It feels a bit cheap unless I'm low on health.
The guardsmen will get their supplies now.
Captain Titus.
That's a very pretty bridge.
Your word, my lord. Thank you.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
We're gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andres habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
Now, Titans. I'd like to go into these a bit before we proceed. Titans are giant robots. They come in various types for the various races, but the ones we need to know about are twofold: Orc and Imperial. Imperial Titans are basically... Take the biggest cathedral you know of. The Vatican... I don't know any other cathedral than the Vatican off the top of my head, actually. Curses of being an atheist, I guess. But, yeah, take that, put it on big stumpy legs. Like, big stumpy legs. We're talking... Could probably stomp a skyscraper, big stumpy legs. Strap a ton of guns to it. You have a Titan. Oh, and also give it some arms that are also very large guns. Orcs have Gargants, which are their Titans. They're basically gigantic idols to their gods, Gork and Mork, or possibly Mork and Gork. And are quite rare because most orcs are too stupid to build one. Even their best mechs, their engineer group, are not the best at making them. So often they salvage them from Imperial Titans. Which makes sense, because why do the work of building a giant robot when you can steal someone else's giant robot? We will see a Titan later in the game, and no, we don't get to kill it, unfortunately. As much fun as it would be to kill a giant robot as one mere space marine. But you can't win at everything. I'll use my Stalker Bolter soon, unless I decide the situation changes, as I need to use up its ammo, and I like how it sounds. It's got a very solid shot. You know, boom! It's a good sounding thing. Also, that blue shine, you see that? Always look for it. generally conceals good stuff. Up there, for example, is a packet of either ammo or grenades. Sorry, bit of gas in the throat.
Now that bridge is a testament to the might of the Imperium.
Looks like even my fellow Space Marines.
Their work outlived all of them.
Looks like my fellow Space Marines agree. It's a pretty bridge. Now this is technically a waste, as I could have used up a grenade, then gotten all 3 grenades out of that, but really, what would be the point? I am technically down 1 shot on my Stalker Bolter ammo, so let's grab a little extra ammo. Now this is why I pulled out the Stalker Bolter. Good.
Did the lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex?
Now you may see the orcs are fighting each other. This is completely normal. Orcs tend to fight each other quite a lot. Now here, there's a lot of cover. 7. Yeah, one of the good things to help in this game is counting shots, because the clip isn't too obvious. Not like a counting down number, like most games. So it helps if you can count your shots with some weapons like the sniper rifle, its actual name appears to be a gigantic tongue twister for me, and I don't know why. Now, usually using one weapon throughout the engagement, especially a ranged one, isn't actually a good idea, because the ammunition boxes do not fully restore your ammunition. But I like how it sounds, and I said I'd use it, so what the heck. Let's use the bolter now, because it's only, like, down 1 shot from its maximum ammo. Yeah, there's going to be knobs ahead. That Gretchen to clue you in. Of course, we've been regularly killing knobs, so... Yeah. Oh, didn't actually know they came in. Surprisingly quiet. Chop, chop, chop. And choppity chop. Like a great big tree. A tree of green and ugly. If you say it with the right accent, tree and ugly kind of rhyme. Also, something to note, there's both destructible and indestructible cover. See these bits of scrap? They're part of the destructible cover, they're leaning up against these big metal teeth things, I guess. Not sure what to call them. Which were indestructible. This can lead to some neat situations, but honestly it's generally better to just shoulder check a sucker and... well, yeah. Oh no, 1 orc. Oh no, 2 orcs. Oh, a train car of orcs? Yeah. How about no? You know what? Just for hitting me, I'm executing you. It's not really efficient use of time, but hey. Okay, never mind. It wasn't just an inefficient use of time. It was stupid. I forgot about that bomb squig. We're going to be seeing a lot of bomb squigs up ahead, and mostly only bomb squigs, so I'm switching to my bolt pistol. Because there are some infinite spawning nests of them. You can't destroy the nests either, you just have to get through this area. Yeah, it's annoying. The AI does not put them as highest priority target like it really bloody should, because good god, they are annoying. Oh, and they only go for you. Looks like one of them killed each other. Killed another one, at least. Yeah, that came out awkward. Looked like there was a chain reaction there. That's what I meant to say, but it came out stupid. In case it isn't clear enough, I'm not a trained speaker at all. I'm just an internet guy who plays video games and shoots watermelons with teeth and bombs. Fortunately, these watermelons, when you cut them open, do not have big juicy slices, unless you're an orc. And orcs eat basically any meat. Cutscene! Dramatic landing!
Now to stop this ram. Time to impact.
No more than 6 minutes.
Time enough.
Note, You do not actually have 6 minutes. I don't mean that in that they're going to screw you with a shortened timer later on. I mean, there's no actual timer as far as I am aware. Or if there is, it is so slow that I have never had to deal with it. Once again, we face hard boys. We take a full combo to kill. Not just the 3 hits of the chainsword, but a full combo. This makes them, for obvious reasons, much more dangerous. They also hit harder, can go berserk, as you saw, that one turned red briefly. This means that you're not stunned when you smack them. And makes them deal a lot more damage. I'm just throwing a grenade at this guy. Getting out of the way of this guy. And then now I am stunning him. Now, the more you weaken him, the more you're going to be able to... the more easily you'll be able to overpower him in that little clash. But it's not always enough, you know? However, you're generally going to win the class as long as you can hammer the mouse button quickly enough. I couldn't when I first played this game, but I was a lot younger then, you know? My reflexes weren't as good, I wasn't as developed, all that tat. Anyway, let's talk about me, or talk about shooting orcs.
Sidonus, time to impact.
Less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's always less than 4 minutes at this point, even if you sat around there for like 10. Somehow.
Forward then.
Heavy weapon is one way to describe it. That thing is a nightmare. Yeah, hard boys are really annoying, especially as later on they're going to figure out another useful bit of defensive technology. Those who know Warhammer will again know this, but if you don't, then please do keep it a secret, unless someone asks, of course. Now, you may think that this is going to be a very difficult thing to deal with. Nope, just shoot the operator. Don't shoot the gun, shoot the operator. Seriously, don't shoot the gun, it's a terrible idea. You won't deal any damage, as while normally you can destroy turret emplacements, this one is special.
Cover me while I get to that weapon.
That is a plasma cannon. These are the anti-armor weapons of the Imperium. They're what they usually use to kill things like tanks and knobs if you're a guardsman and all sorts of other big horrible gribbles. A Space Marine, though. Oh, look at that right up there. Now, your first thought is probably going to be that you need to sit here to use this. You don't want to do that. Seriously, you do not want to just sit there. You want to start shooting. You want to rip it off ASAP and then open fire. Sitting still in this fight is one of the biggest mistakes I made as a young one. And should never be repeated. Seriously, it is a bad idea to stay still. You can charge, and which will result in an instant overheat if it's fully charged when it fires. But it's very hard to land, therefore I'm only going to just show it off, as I did right there, instead of actually use it. Now here it is going to drop a knob on us. A charged plasma shot will stun a knob instantly. And yes, you can kill them without using the dual function. See, that's one of the issues with using the charge shot. It travels much more slowly, making it very hard to line up. Now, if you can land it, it is a ridiculous amount of damage on this thing. Like, it will rip huge chunks of that gunship apart. But, well, yeah. Also, this fight is quite difficult. Do not underestimate it at all. Just die already, you stupid thing. Oh god. I believe at this point it drops another knob and hard boy combo. No? Okay. Let's see if I can land. Nope. I thought it would drop another knob and hard boy combo like it did last time. Now it's dead. Very good. Throw grenades with Q. Yes, very good. Another crash. We seem to be getting in a habit of having these at the beginning of every chapter. Then walking out of them without any visual scratches.
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.
You can, in fact, shoot the orcs down here, like that knob that just walked by. However, there's no real use to it, sorry. Anyway, as we have just beaten the first boss of this game, I believe I'll leave it off here.
Orcs!
Next time, we're going to actually break into the Titan Manufactorum through all those orcs, and maybe get some new toys to play with along the way. See you then.